it's a long time to be kind of under that kind of stressful environment. And why is it stressful? Because you're in the new country. You're trying to learn or acquire the language. No one is going to have patience with you. You might misunderstand what someone says. You might go to the wrong airport. You might go to the wrong taxi or get in the wrong taxi. You might go the wrong direction. And if you're not quite sure with English and there's something, it's just very subtle differences in the language, you might end up going somewhere completely different. Guys, going to the country to learn a language is not necessary, okay? So to answer the question, shall I go to the country? Do I need to go to the country? No, you don't need to go to the country. That's why people like me are here for you, to give you comprehensible input, to immerse you in the language without you having to go to the country, yeah? So make the most of that, okay? You don't need to go to the country. You can do this all from the comfort of your own home. That's the good news. You don't have to do this going to the country. I'll just give you a few reasons why you probably don't want to go, just in case you're still like, okay, fine, but tell me why, Dale. Why shouldn't I go to the country to learn / immerse myself in the language in English? So probably the first reason not to go to the country is because it's going to cost you a load of money. From home, you're going to spend a lot less money than if you go to the country and spend on, for example, hotels, flights. It's all very, very costly, very pricey, as we say. That's just obvious. So that's one reason. A second reason is it's going to take time, and I'm going to kind of combine this time one with time consuming / you're going to be away from family. So I'm going to kind of put all these together in one because they kind of do go hand in hand. So you're going to be away and it's going to take time, but it's going to be uncomfortable time. What do I mean by this? It's one thing to take some time to obviously get the English and immerse yourself from home, but you can do it very comfortably. It's very relaxed, very easy, and you have your family and friends and everyone you love around you, right? If you go to the country, you've got to do the same amount of time, or you've got to spend the same amount of time, put the same amount of work in, but you're now in a very uncomfortable situation. Yes, of course, being uncomfortable is very good in life. We have to be uncomfortable at times. We have to grow ourselves. We have to push ourselves. We have to do things we're scared of that we don't really want to do. But trust me when I say, like, it's stressful. That's another one, actually, stressful, but I'll get to that in just a second. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying here. Being away from friends and family does make everything so much harder. So I highly suggest you don't do it for that reason alone. It's going to be time consuming. You're going to be away from home for a while, for quite a long time, a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe 6 months. And you're away from your family. So combine those two, that's going to be pretty damn hard to be away from, to do that and to be away from home that long. So we call that homesick. You're going to get homesick very easily. And that just means missing home, basically. So that's two really big ones. And then the next one that I kind of touched upon just a second ago, it's going to be very stressful. So yes, it's good to be a bit stressed sometimes when you're, stressing your body out with working out. That's good stress. When you're stressing your mind out with, kind of trying to acquire English a little bit, sure, that's definitely good stress. That's growing the brain, right? We need a little bit of stress in order to grow in life. The body doesn't it doesn't want to be stressed for too long, but just a bit of stress physically or mentally, emotionally is always a good thing. Usually a good thing if you because it kind of helps you, grow and expand yourself. But when it's going away for such a long period to a country, it's a prolonged, very long period of stress, and that's not good for anybody. They ain't good for anybody. So go into the country for a month, even 2 weeks, a month, 3 months. It's a long time to be kind of under that kind of stressful environment. And why is it stressful? Because you're in the new country. You're trying to learn or acquire the language. No one is going to have patience with you. You might misunderstand what someone says. You might go to the wrong airport. You might go to the wrong taxi or get in the wrong taxi. You might go the wrong direction. And if you're not quite sure with English and there's something, it's just very subtle differences in the language, you might end up going somewhere completely different, etc., etc., etc. Very risky, very stressful, and especially if you go on your own as well. It's just obvious. It's gonna be super, super duper scary, stressful, anxiety provoking, and if you know anything about acquisition, comprehensible input acquisition, which is what I on this channel focus and specialize in, and that's what we do on this channel. Based on the whole concept of acquisition, you can't be stressed. So it's going to be a complete waste of time. If you go to the country, you think, okay, a bit of stress is, okay, whatever, the stress is not good, but okay, I'll just do it anyway because it's immersion. It's immersion. I'm going into the country, I'll be stressed, but you know what? I'm at least going to get a load of English into my brain, and I'm going to just get so much English in. Well, bad news, everyone. If you are stressed, you are going to block yourself. You will not allow the input in, the English in. The way acquisition is, you have to be in a relaxed, calm state in order to allow the language into your brain. If you're stressed out, you're not going to pick up any of the language. There's a thing in the brain that just blocks everything when you're stressed. Like, good example, when you're with a teacher, for example, when you're in school, if they sort of randomly went, hey, John, or whatever your name is, hey, answer the question, you're like, and you can't think, you cannot think, you can't even speak in your own language, let alone in English too. So the point is, don't go to the country because it's so stressful. It will be stressful, I guarantee you this. Unless you're really good at these kind of things and you're used to traveling on your own, etc., etc. But with all those 3-4 different reasons, there's no reason to go to the country. But you're going to be stressed, and based on acquisition, you won't really even get any of the language into your brain because you're going to be so stressed, you're going to block the English from going into your brain, because you can only acquire a language when you're relaxed, stress-free. And the last one I have for you, you don't need to. You don't need to. You can do this right now. With this video I'm giving you right now, you literally are getting the input, the comprehensible input, the immersion into your brain right now. You're immersing yourself right now. You don't need to go to the country. We have the internet, we have our laptops. As long as you have the internet, laptop, phone, you can do this from home. You can immerse yourself from home. And you don't need to waste your time going. So time, money, you're going to be very stressed. You're going to miss home. You're going to miss your friends and family. You're going to be probably really upset, really sad. You're not going to enjoy the process. So why not just do it from home? You can do it right now. You can save money, a ton of money. You're still going to have to put the time in, sure, but it's going to be enjoyable time. It's going to be in a comfortable environment in your house, in your home. You have your loved ones with you for support anytime you need, as well as me with this channel, with me as the coach. I'm going to help you too. And you're not going to be stressed out, and and all the other reasons I said, and you're going to actually enjoy the process because it's going to be much more comfortable. So hopefully that has convinced you guys. I will just say, I'm just going to quickly mention, I have created a course called the Interfluent course. This is all about immersing yourself, creating a system for yourself that you can do very step by step to take you from where you are, the intermediate level, to fluency. And everything we've talked about with immersing, do I need to go to the country? And I've just hopefully told you and convinced you that you don't need to go. I've made this even easier for you. So if you go down below in the description, or just click the link below here, or in the comments section, have a quick look, no pressure. But this course is my way of creating a system so you can do this from home. You don't have to go finding all the materials, all the articles, podcasts, everything you need to actually immerse yourself. Yes, you can do this from home, but you do need someone to help you find the materials and just basically organize it in a certain system, this course is that system. We go from input to output. We immerse ourselves in the language. I give you loads of listening, reading, and then we progress our way up to the speaking, the output stage, the fluency stage. So if you're interested, go below, and it's going to provide you all the listening, all the reading that you could need right now, so you don't have to go to the country. You can do this from the comfort of your home now. So again, if you're interested, just go below, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed. So hopefully I have convinced you that you don't have to go to the country. You can do this from home. You can do this from the comfort of your home. You can create that immersion within your house using something called acquisition, comprehensible input, acquisition. If you want to hear more about acquisition and kind of like all the things you can start doing today, then